All right, we are live on YouTube, and today we are going to be discussing the unprofessional hypocrisy of Jamie Lycantheory and JB Gunner. So stick around for all that and much, much more. Morning coffee starts right now! Live from Northern California, welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Morning Coffee Edition. And if this is your first time here, and most importantly, you are open to suggestions and change, please consider subscribing and then banging that bell. And after you bang that bell, when that pop-up box pops up, make sure you select all notifications, because that way you won't miss a single thing. You will not miss anything when it comes to getting a better grip on your life. And also make sure on your smartphone, your tablet, your iPhone, your Android, or anywhere that you have the YouTube app installed on, you must also make sure that the YouTube app is set to receive notifications at a device level. When you do all of that, you'll be good to go. You are all set and good to go. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Vietnam. Yeah, let's dedicate this show to the late and great Robin Williams. Good morning. Good morning, YouTube. How's that? Good morning, YouTube, right? Well, before we get started, I want to give a very special thanks to Savage Squad for starting us off on the channel support fund, as you see up top here. Thank you very much, Savage Squad, for the $4 super sticker. It's the emoji with the morning cup of Java, which I've got right here, and I certainly need that. Wow, it's been one of those days already, and I'm a little bit tired, but I felt the need to do this show. And as a matter of fact, I was going to do this show late night last night, but I ended up talking to some people behind the scenes instead, and that ran a little bit late. So I said, you know what? Don't have a lot going on with my day job, my insurance job this morning. So I said, you know what? I'll just get like 4 hours of sleep, get up around 6 a.m. my time, and start the show 7 a.m. my time, 10 a.m. Eastern. So here we are. Once again, thank you, Savage Squad, for the $4 super sticker. Let's start off the channel support fund to $4, folks. If you want to have some fun today and, hear my thoughts regarding the topic, which is involving the Jamie Lycantheory channel and the JB Gunner hashtag Gunnsquad channel, if you want to have some fun and light up the super chat, that would be great. We can show these people that, hey, we can do it here and we can do it better, right? All right. So before we get right into it, let me just check out the chat. And we have 28 in the box to start off the show this morning. The trolls are also in full effect. They're thumbing us down already. So ODN, Old Dirty Ninja, and to you, Dr. Robert, a.k.a. Ronaldo Smith Jenkins, a.k.a. Trim Hits. I know you'll be thumbing me down as well. Those are the two major thumb down culprits. And then we're going to have probably the Gun Squad and the Lycan, whatever they call it over there in Jamie's world, thumbing me down as well. So that's all good. Thank you so much for the views and the monetized playbacks. Well, actually, here's the thing. Let me get through to let me get to the chat, which is what I'm trying to say first here. And then I want to, mention something again that I mentioned on my walking stream that I did yesterday afternoon. For anyone on the other side or anyone that's been a part of this channel in the past and is banned and cannot chat here, I've got an offer to make to you folks. And it's a little bit different than any other offer I've made in the past. If you saw my my Walking with Purpose live stream yesterday. You know what that offer is, but in case you missed it, I will get to that in just a few here. But let's get to the chat. Similar Evil says, hi, everyone. Hey, Similar Evil, how are you doing? Welcome to the show. Good morning to you, or, good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is in your neck of the woods. Thank you so much for being here. Once again, Savage Squad, thank you for the $4 super sticker. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. Barbara Places in the house. Not surprised. And Barbara, I'm glad you're here because I'm going to be talking about you. Yeah, I'm going to talk about you, Barbara. But I'm going to talk about you in a complete opposite way as the Lycantheory channel was talking about you last night. I am I'm at a loss for words with how they treated you over there last night, when basically you were over there to support the same exact cause they were talking about. I don't understand that. I really don't get it. We were all on the Lycantheory channel last night to support the same cause of, JB Gunner's behavior and stuff like that. But I guess it doesn't matter when people just don't like you, or when people are filled with hate deep within. They can't see when someone that typically isn't there is there for the right reason to support the cause at hand. I just don't understand that. But we'll get to that in just a little bit. Snowball Games 85. How you doing, mate? Doing quite well. Hey, Snowball Games. I believe it's Snowball Games 85, right? Yes. Welcome to the show. It's the first time I've seen you here. You have 2.03K subs. How did you find out about this channel? I'm just curious to know. You're in the UK. It's the first time I've seen you here. So if you want to let us know a little bit about you and how you found out about this channel, that would be great. But welcome to the show. Barbara Playson says, I can't believe Jamie sat there and used all of my talking points that I exposed JB with and pretended like they were his. Well, see, Barbara, here's the thing. Whether he gives you credit for the talking points or not is not the point. The point is you were mistreated there simply because you were there to support the same exact cause that they were talking about. So, Barbara, I understand, and this is with no disrespect, I understand that, women like validation and they want credit. I mean, who doesn't want credit for cracking the case or, sharing the noteworthy talking points? But it goes beyond that. It goes beyond to the point of where, these people on Jamie's channel last night, they mistreated you, and even Jamie and his panel mistreated you for no reason. You were there to support the same exact cause that they were talking about. So, I mean, look, Barbara, when people, give me information that I can use on my show in similar ways as you did, for Jamie, I will give them credit. But not everyone's like that. But at least they should be respectful, of you in the chat, as long as you're being respectful, which you were. And again, you were there to support the same exact cause that they were talking about. You were a supporting member of the audience. And I think it's because you're associated with me that, made them go after you, which is really sad because I supported that show. I even promoted that show on my community tab. And I even promoted that show on my Walking with Purpose stream. And Jamie had, before he started getting live view botted, I guess, they're botting him as well. It's probably Ronaldo who's doing it. Ronaldo Trim Hits, Dr. Robert, because he's still in cahoots with JB Gunner. And, Jamie and Ronaldo, let's just call him Ronaldo for example purposes, they had a falling out. So I'm sure it's Ronaldo Trim, Dr. Robert, that is live view botting, or was live view botting Jamie, and they've been live view botting me as well. So right now we have 37 in the box. Thank you so much for being here, but we'll get more into in just a little bit here, Barbara. And by the way, if anyone wants to join me live on the air this morning, by way of Google Hangouts. Please let me know in the chat or message me on Hangouts. I would be happy to bring you on the show. I'm probably going to monologue for at least the first hour, and then the second hour, if people want to come on, I'd love to have you come on and share your thoughts regarding this this situation that's been going on lately between myself, Jamie Lycantheory, JB Gunner, and a few other people in this drama sphere community that has been infesting, many channels throughout these YouTube communities for quite some time. Let's see. Barbara Playson says these were all talking points that he defended JB and said I was lying. Right. But when it fits his narrative, Barbara, and when he realizes that you and I were both right about JB Gunner months ago, for me, even years ago, I've been trying to get through to Jamie regarding JB for a while, but that's okay. No big deal. He did give me credit for that. Jamie did give me credit that I was right about JB, but then he also said, besides the fact that I was right about JB, that besides that, I'm no better than JB, and JB and I are both cucks in different ways. All right, see, Jamie, that's what I don't get about you. Despite what happened between you and I in the past, we had one common goal, one common enemy last night. And I supported your show. I invited my entire audience over there through my community tab and on my live stream. And you did get some extra viewers because of what I did to help you. Now, you didn't ask me, and I know that you weren't expecting that. But you're one that likes to claim you're a professional and JB Gunner's not. But I'd have to say, Jamie, the way you treated myself and Barbara last night was not the most professional. And we'll get to that. That's why I titled this stream, the hypocrisy, the unprofessional hypocrisy of Jamie Lycantheory and JB Gunner, hashtag Gunnsquad channels. And on the thumbnail it says, unprofessional hypocrisy. So keep this in mind. If you're going to call somebody out for being unprofessional, which, yes, JB Gunner is very unprofessional, etc. You were right about that, Jamie. But if you're going to call somebody out on being unprofessional, you better be as professional as you could possibly be while you're doing it and maintain that level of professionalism. But last night, Jamie, you were not running a professional show, and you were not professional with the way that, not only you, with the way that you treated Barbara, which is what I'm trying to say, and the way that you treated myself. And again, we were there causing no issues. We were there causing no harm. We were there to support you on your cause in a peaceful way. So obviously, to me, it makes me lead to believe that there are reasons why Jamie is not treating Barbara, myself, or anyone from my end professionally. And I really don't think it has to do with him. I really don't think it has to do with him directly. I think it more so has to do with his audience. And I will get to that in just a little bit, which is pretty sad because it seems like Jamie is letting his audience dictate, how to run his channel, whether he admits it or not. And I'll explain more in just a little bit here. Similar Evil says, Barbara, what do you expect from them too? All they do is BS. That's true. A Similar Evil, are you talking about Jamie Lycantheory and JB Gunner? Or were you talking about Jamie Lycantheory and the Beard and the Monopolist that was on the stream last night? Jamie's best friend. So let me know. Folks, please try to be as specific as possible in the chat because I want to be able to answer your questions as accurately as possible. Let's see. Barbara Placent says, let's see. Hold on a second here. Barbara Placent says, LOL. Similar, I cannot stand either of those hypocrites. Smash the like, sup, with the dislikes, I have a lot of trolls and haters, bro. I'm a very popular YouTuber. That's what happens when you're popular, bro. You have a lot of haters that are very jealous of your success, and they thumb you down. So there you go. Now, Snowball Games, don't question the dislikes. You got your answer. Let's get our mind off the dislikes, because if you don't get your mind off the dislikes, I'm going to assume you're a troll trolling on behalf of the people that are disliking you. So you got your answer. Let's move on. Not the first time, dude. Snowball Games 85. I don't like your attitude. Not the first time, dude. That's a pretty freaking snarky remark. You're out of here, dude. Don't sit there and be rude. Not the first time, dude. Goodbye. Let me see here. Let me see here. My presence made some people lose their damn minds last night. LOL, says Barbara Placence. Barbara, they're jealous of you. They're jealous of me. They don't like the fact that, you support this channel here and the cause that you, along with the other members of the A-team, are doing to better the communities out here on YouTube. And you got to understand, and you already know, Barbara, you have to understand, Jamie's audience is a bunch of, unstable people that don't love themselves, and they don't have a purpose. So they make it their purpose to troll, attack, and hate people, which makes them feel like they have a purpose. And that's why they do what they do. Because all you did was go in there to support the task at hand regarding JB Gunner. You weren't there to cause any problems. I wasn't there to cause any problems. I went in there. I wasn't blocked. I couldn't believe it. I wasn't blocked on my Grip On Live channel, which is this channel here. And all I said was sup, and I got timed out. And then they started talking about me. All I said was SUP, sup. And I was there to support what Jamie was doing. Despite the fact that we've had some, disagreements in the past, and we're not the best of friends, I was there to support the cause. So what's the problem, Jamie? What was the problem, man? Barbara says, similar, I cannot stand either of those hypocrites. I agree. Barbara Playson says, LOL. Barbara furthermore says, the biggest mistake they made was thinking that I gave two shits of what they think of me. LMAO. You're right, Barbara. Barbara says, furthermore, but Eli, notice for the most part, everyone in that chat, their biggest gripe with me is because I support you. That's right, because they're jealous of me, Barbara, because I create real content and good content. And just because I'm taking a short detour right now to report the news regarding JB Gunner and Jamie and all this stupidity, they're coming back and saying, oh, you have no content without JB. You have no content without Jamie or anyone else, right? No, I have plenty of content. As a matter of fact, tonight, I'm supposed to be interviewing the Devil's Queen channel, who's been a part of my channel. She actually popped into my live stream I was doing from my walk yesterday, and we connected on Google Hangouts, and I'm going to be interviewing her tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, live on this channel here from my studio, obviously, as I'm at right now. And she's going to be sharing a bit more about her channel, but she's also going to be sharing her experiences of being victimized by JB Gunner. So, hey, it's going to include talking about JB, but we're also going to learn more about her channel and learn more about her. So what part of that is not having any content without JB Gunner? See, these people are just jealous. They're jealous because we're about to take down JB Gunner and put an end to all this BS he's been doing online out here, and some of these people just don't like that. Some of these people don't like that because they themselves are criminals, and they feel that what JB Gunner is doing and it isn't wrong. Anyway, but you're right, Barbara. Just because you support my channel, it's not even that. You support the same cause, right? And in essence, Barbara, last night, we were all supporting the same cause. Between you, myself, the people on my channel here, and the people on Jamie's channel. We all support the same cause of feeling JB Gunner is unprofessional. But again, Jamie, if you were going to run a stream like you did regarding the unprofessionalism of JB Gunner, you should have run that stream and handled it a bit more professionally than you did. In essence, you are a hypocrite calling JB Gunner unprofessional, which is what he really is, but you're unprofessional as well. So, quite frankly, I'll be honest. After the first 45 minutes or so, when I saw what they were doing to Barbara and, how they were treating me when we were there in support, I left. I was out. I wasn't going to listen to that crap anymore. Quite frankly, I wouldn't be surprised at some point if JB came back and ripped on Jamie for that stream, because it wasn't done well at all. It wasn't a well done stream. And again, Jamie, the main reason why it wasn't done well is because if you're going to call somebody out on their lack of professionalism, you got to be more professional than you were. You were not professional last night. And that's why I did this stream. That's why, I wasn't going to talk about Jamie or JB. I was going to move on to some other stuff. But I had to. I had to give my reaction. I had to give my response. And that's why I'm here. Barbara Playson says, it is not validation. My point was he called me a liar and defended him. But now he's going at him for the same shit he was defending. Let me try to understand that again, Barbara. My point was he called me a liar in defending him, which is what I think you were trying to say there, in defending him. But now he's going at him for the same things he was defending. In essence, what you're saying, Barbara, when JB and Jamie were on good terms, and it was to his benefit to work with him and make money along with him, and you were going at JB like I was, he was defending JB at that point, and now, because of what happened, he basically is coming at you for now doing the same thing. Yes, that's hypocrisy at its finest. See, I honestly believe that both JB Gunner and Jamie know exactly what they've done, and they both know how hypocritical they both sound. And that's what makes them behave the way they behave, because they know they're very hypocritical with their statements, and they both know, especially Jamie, in the case of his show last night, he knows that you and I have been right all along about this, and he just can't stand the fact that we were right, and he doesn't want to give us credit. And we weren't there seeking credit for anything. We were there to support the same cause. But at the same time, while we were not seeking any credit there, why are you going to treat us like shit, Jamie, when we're there supporting your show, for the same reasons that you're running it, because we feel the same way you do? Like, I don't get that. Can you please explain that to me? Please explain that to me. If you're going to do a show or stream in response to this, Jamie, let's do this professionally. I'm not attacking you here. I'm just, stating what happened. I'll share with you why I feel you did what you did. And then you can state with me on maybe a stream later tonight why you reacted to Barbara and myself the way you did, when we caused zero problems to your chat and we were there to support exactly what you were doing with no issues. Is there a jealousy factor to this? Does it stem back to what's happened in the past? You know, a lot of stuff has happened in the past. But see, Barbara and I let bygones be bygones and still came to support your show for the exact reasons that you were running it. And you treated us like crap. You couldn't just be the better person and say, you know what? You know, forget about what happened in the past. Barbara and Eli and some of Eli's people are here supporting this. They're giving me more views, you know, and they're here supporting this cause in a time where I feel I was duped by JB Gunner. But see, Jamie can't. When Jamie has a grudge against somebody, it doesn't matter even if you do 4 or 5 good things to try to show good faith and make up for it. Once he holds that grudge against you, he can never let it go. And I think the only time that Jamie will let a grudge go, like he did after the first time JB Gunner screwed him over, so that way he could give JB Gunner a second chance to work with him, okay, is when it involves money. If Jamie can make money, he will let some grudges go. But besides that, from what I've seen, he never lets any grudges go. You know, even if the other person he has a grudge with has made a valid attempt to change and be a better person towards him. It's really sad. RJ Sandifer's in the house. What's happening? Hey, RJ, what's going on? Is that your new channel? I'm going to check it out. You've got 2 subscribers. Now you've got 3. Subscribe, bang the bell, select all notifications. I'm going to also... Oh, I got some news, folks. RJ Sandifer, I'm also going to subscribe to you from my YouTube premium account, so you're going to get 2 subscriptions from me, man. Let me do that right now. And once you start streaming, RJ, we will start promoting your channel at a much greater level. So there we go. We're all set to go. By the way, I want to give a big shout out to Donnie Shasho, to Donnie behind the scenes. Donnie sent me an email after watching my show yesterday, and I've welcomed Donnie back to the channel with open arms. He's been unblocked from Hangouts, and he's also been unblocked on the channel. And I appreciate it, man. Donnie, I want to thank you so much for reaching out to me and really understanding what's been going on. I'm sure you've been looking at this very closely, and it's unlike anything you've ever seen before, especially with JB Gunner, but even now with Jamie Lycantheory. It's just, it's been a world of shit, bro. But thank you so much. And even Donnie did a nice thing. He asked me, you know, should I remove the memes and stuff? And I'm like, no, dude, keep them up, dude. They're pretty funny. Look, you know, it's never been about the memes and the parodies that have bothered me. It was the fact that, you know, some people were simulcasting me. They were rebroadcasting my live streams, and they were also attacking my audience behind the scenes, telling them bad things about me and sending them video links with carefully edited videos out of context to scare people away from me. Those were really the only 2 things that have ever bothered me. Besides that, I got to say, Donnie, you did some good work on those parodies, man, and you got the hats right, too. I really like the hats, so it's all good, bro. It's all good. But thank you so much for reaching out to me. Welcome back, man, and I look forward to what the future holds. Sandra Palacios in the house. Some of those people are downright bullies, calling Barb names, and some don't even know you. Lauren and the cause were having a fit that Jamie let you be there, let alone talk. You know, again, I've been dealing with those people for years now. The cause, Mr. and Mrs. Ka, Brutally Lauren. And those are people that are never going to change. And I honestly, firmly believe that deep within, they are just not happy within themselves in some capacity. So they project that out to good people like Barbara and myself. Like, I don't want to have a problem with anyone. Like, look, I theoretically have no problems with anyone in Jamie's chat. But for some reason, these people seem to want to continue creating problems with people like Barbara and myself. Last night, once again, Barbara and I were only there to support a similar cause that Jamie was supporting. We were not there causing any issues. We were not talking any smack. We were just supporting the cause. And if you didn't want us there, Jamie, you should have made it very clear that, no one associated with Coach Eli or Coach Eli is welcome here. Then we would have stayed away, and I would not have promoted your show. You see, Jamie, the professional thing that I did was promote your show on my community tab and on my stream right before your stream started yesterday. Despite what happened between you and I took the mature approach and said, you know what? Let me try to show Jamie some good faith, especially since we have a similar interest at hand with JB Gunner. So if anyone was professional here, it was me. And on top of JB already being professional, which is what you were calling him out for, Jamie, you were unprofessional as well. You were very unprofessional last night, Jamie, and your entire stream really makes you look like a hypocrite. And that's why I'm doing this stream here to call you out on your hypocrisy of calling JB Gunner a hypocrite, which again, JB Gunner is a hypocrite. You're not wrong about that. But what gives you the right to call someone a hypocrite, even if they are one, when you're a hypocrite as well? Or sorry, what gives you the right to call someone unprofessional, which I was trying to say, when you're unprofessional as well in the way you're handling it? That makes you a hypocrite, just like JB Gunner. There, that's the right way to put it. You get what I'm saying? And see, Jamie, I even messaged you behind the scenes, and I said, look, I understand what's happened in the past, but I'm here to support you regarding this show, whatever you need. Whatever you need. If you wanted to bring me on the panel to talk about JB and bring more value to your show, which it would have done that, I would have been available for that. There were many things I was willing to help you out with that show despite what's happened, to try to show good faith and, once again, to show my professionalism. But no, you didn't take me up on that. And that's okay. It's your choice. But at the same time, you didn't have to treat us the way you treated us in your chat, or treat Barbara the way you treated her in your chat just because she's associated with me. In essence, Jamie, what you're saying is that, you're just jealous of the Coach Eli clan. That's the bottom line. And that's pretty sad, dude, because if you were not jealous of me, then, you would have been like, okay, Eli's here and Barbara's here to support us. Just let them stay, as long as they're good and they're here to support us, no big deal. But no, you were rude to us because that's what your audience wants. You are catering to what your audience wants, Jamie, and you're not doing what you want to do deep within yourself as the content creator, as the channel owner. Again, you are peddling to your audience. Anyway. That's just ridiculous, man. And you have to treat your audience that way, because if you don't, then your audience will question you on why you're being nice to us, and then they won't donate to you. It's really sad how much control your audience has on you, Jamie, and they buy your control with their money. You see, I will never let anybody buy their way to getting their way on my channel. I am always going to run my channel the way I want to run it. And if people want to donate to that, they can donate. If they don't want to donate, so be it. But I will never be controlled by any amount of money that somebody donates to my channel. And I will never do something I don't want to do because I fear I'm going to lose supporters, especially ones that donate to me. See, that's why I think you do what you do. And that's why I think you did what you did last night. Okay? In essence, Jamie, you're a lot like JB. You're not as bad as JB, but you're a lot like him. You run your channel in similar ways as JB does. In essence, you're catering to the people that donate to you, and you're running your show in ways that you feel is going to keep your audience around in the ways that they want you to do things on your channel. You're not being true to yourself. You're going after their pocketbook. If you weren't, then there's no reason why you would have treated Barbara and I the way you did last night, when we were simply there to support you for what you were doing and we weren't causing any problems. 47 in the box right now. Thank you so much for being here. Backup, sock account. Money controls Jamie. Money motivates him. Of course it does, man. That's what I was saying in different words. Of course it does. Money may control him and rule him, right? But look at how much of a hypocrite he came off last night just to appease his audience. Look at how unprofessional Jamie was last night while calling JB Gunner unprofessional, which, like I said, JB, he's not wrong about JB Gunner being unprofessional. But if you're going to call anyone out on being unprofessional, you better damn be as professional as you could possibly be, and he wasn't. He was very unprofessional himself. And now, this is what's going to happen. JB Gunner is now going to attack Jamie, which he has the right to do so, for calling him out on being unprofessional, yet he was unprofessional too. And it's going to keep going back and forth, back and forth. And who knows? Even though they're not getting along, at least that's what it appears to be. Maybe this is a plotted thing amongst the two. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? You never know with those two. You never know. All right, let's see here. So RJ, what else do you want to talk about, man? Do you have anything else you want to mention here, man? I read that comment. I was looking at the bottom of my chat through OBS. Now I'm back on my Chrome browser reading the chat from the point of where I left off. Hi, Eli, everyone, says Sandra Palacio. Welcome to the show, Sandra. Thank you so much for being here. Similar Evil says, hi, Sandra. Sandra says, hi, Evil. Barbara says, Sandra, Lauren was triggered more than anyone. LOL. Yeah, Lauren, I know you're watching. And Lauren, you're the one that somewhere you posted back at me and you said that I called you out for doing drugs and being high and drunk. And you came back and said that you weren't. Lauren, are you out of your damn mind? I've downloaded all of those videos where you were, getting drunk and high and doing drugs. Not necessarily while you were on camera, but you could see from your behavior and the way you were acting. Like Barbara, you've seen Lauren, Brutally Lauren, lately and how she's been behaving on camera, especially during her birthday weekend. Lauren, I'm not trying to attack you. I'm not trying to criticize you. I'm not trying to talk smack about you. All I'm doing is stating the facts of what you're showing publicly on your YouTube channel. So again, if you're going to come at me and say I wasn't drunk, I wasn't high, I wasn't doing drugs, well then, Lauren, why were you behaving the way you were behaving on your stream or your streams this past week? You even said you were drinking. And is that the most mature behavior to show publicly on your YouTube channel? Barbara, Lauren was triggered because Lauren is trying to find a purpose as well. Lauren has no purpose right now. She's not working her caregiving job anymore because the facility that I guess was run by her family was shut down. So she's been trying to find her purpose. And because nothing else is going on within her life, she's projecting her insecurities onto, or through her YouTube channel. And then she furthermore is projecting those insecurities of secure people like you and I. That's what insecure people do, Barbara. They project their insecurities onto secure people because they wish they could be as secure as we are. It's the bottom line. Santa Palacio says, Barbara, she was fit to be tied. Okay, I'm not sure what you mean by that, Sandra, but okay. Similar evil, Jamie's a douche. Yeah, I don't know if I'd go as far and say Jamie's a douche. I don't think he is purposefully trying to act that way. I don't think he's naturally acting that way. I think he's purposefully acting that way because it's what's making him money. He is catering everything he does to the Dramasphere audience he has that's donating money to him. And if he cleans up his material and allows Barbara and I to go on there unscathed and to just have a good time supporting the same cause, it's going to make him look bad in front of his audience, and they're going to stop supporting him. RJ, I'm not bringing you on my show for a while. I got your message. I'm not bringing you on my show for a while, RJ. Anything that you and I are going to do is going to be on your channel, or it's going to be behind the scenes. I'm sorry, RJ. We had a great conversation last night, but I'm not going to bring you on this show. The next time we do a show together, it will be on your channel. I'm sorry. That's an executive decision I'm making. I still support you, bro, but again, I'm not going to do that. Let's see. Sandra says Jamie was giving backhanded compliments. Can you be more specific, Sandra? Folks, if you're gonna make a comment, if you're gonna say something like Jamie was giving backhanded compliments, can you share some actual examples of what he specifically did to certain people? Because I can't react or comment on a generalized statement like that. No disrespect, Sandra. I want to learn a little bit more about, specifically what you're talking about. Barbara Playson says, Sandra, she was so butthurt by my presence and played that victim mentality card. Yeah, of course. Everyone in the chat had to sit there and rub a baby Lauren's little back and make her feel important because she has no purpose, Barbara. Because ever since she lost her job, instead of trying to, get back on her feet and find a different job that would make her feel like she has a purpose, she decided to go a different route and come out here on YouTube and just drain her sorrows with other people that are in a similar position as she's in. And I don't really think that Brutally Lauren's a bad person. She's stuck in a rut. The bottom line is she's stuck in a rut. And look, the more that we talk about it, because we're not saying anything that isn't true, Lauren, but the more that we call you out on this, the more it's going to upset you and trigger you, and it's really not going to help you. The best thing we can do with someone like Lauren is just ignore her and let her figure it out on her own, because, like I said, the more that we try to help her or, feed into it by calling her out on her behavior, the more it's going to trigger her, and it's not going to do us any good or do her any good. So the best thing to do, Barbara, is just ignore her. That's all we can and should do. It's the bottom line. Barbara says, they expected me to sit there and allow all these people to attack me, and I wasn't supposed to respond. Give me a fucking break, you little snowflakes. Well, Barbara, here's the thing. I think, look, you can do whatever you want to do, and I support you. You know that. And I used to respond to things the same way that you still do. But they want to trigger you, and they want to get your reaction, and then they're going to feed off of your reaction. Like, I went in there last night, like I said, And all I did was type in sup, like what's up, but sup, S-U-P, short for what's up, sup. That's all I did. They said, oh, Eli's here. Then Jamie started talking about me. Then they timed me out. After that point, I was tuned in for another 30 more minutes. And once they started attacking you and talking smack about me and saying I'm no better than JB Gunner and that JB Gunner and I are both cucks in our own special way, I'm like, you know what? This is not the way this should have gone. We're all on the same page regarding JB Gunner, but at the same time, just because, Barbara, you're involved on my channel and you're working with people behind the scenes from my end, they do a side attack on us. So basically, in essence, that show last night was partially about calling out JB Gunner and then attacking you and myself, when in essence we were there to support Jamie and his people on the same thing that they were talking about. I don't get it. I don't, James. I just don't get it. I could see if we were there to create problems or not there for the topic at hand, but we were there for the exact purpose of what you were doing on your channel. So tell us, Jamie, what's the problem? What did we do wrong last night? What narrative are you going to spin and say that we did something wrong when we didn't, because of the fact that maybe your audience wouldn't feel good with you taking our side? Like, I think this has to do with what Jamie's audience wants. And if Jamie's audience doesn't like us, even if we're there for the right reasons, then even if Jamie wants to be nice to us, he almost is forced to not be nice to us, because he would have to deal with the fear of losing his audience or upsetting his audience, which in turn would make him lose donations. Now, Jamie, I would love for you to do a reaction video to this tonight if you want. I'm not telling you have to. And I'm not looking for any notoriety, and I'm not looking to grow off of you. I'm growing on my own. It doesn't, and I'm the one that has more subs now than all you guys. Okay? And if you want to say that my subs are freaking store bought or whatever, think what you want to think. I really don't care. I've got, my channel's coming back, and I've got good traction coming back to my channel. But whether you think it's that way or not, no big deal. But I'll give you my full blessing. I'll give you my full blessing to do a reaction video. Use as much of this live stream replay as you want, with no fear of being shut down for copyright or anything. I'm giving you permission. I actually want you to critique this. I actually want to hear from you. What are your thoughts regarding, my critique of your stream last night? Because again, Jamie, you did a stream regarding the unprofessionalism of JB Gunner, and you were very unprofessional yourself within the way you ran the stream. So is that hypocrisy or not? You tell me. Like, listen, I want to pull the chat right now for the people that have heard what I've said here, or you are actually on that stream and that know the story. Put a 1 in the chat if you feel Jamie was hypocritical last night. Put a 2 if you feel Jamie was not hypocritical. If you feel Jamie was hypocritical last night on his stream, put a 1. If you feel that he was not hypocritical, put a 2. Now, I'm going to read a few more messages and take my first break and come back and continue. If you can dish it, you better be ready to take it, says Barbara. Senator Palacio says, hang on. Oh, man. Hang on. It skipped pretty far back on the chat. Oh man. Give me a second here. I'm way far behind the chat. There's just too much to talk about. Sandra says, Eli, don't you get it? He hates you and isn't going to be thankful for anything you do. Sheesh, it's called using people. Sandra Palacio, Jamie does not hate me. Jamie does not hate Barbara. Jamie doesn't like himself. There's no reason to hate me, Sandra. There's no reason for him to hate Barbara. We were there to support his cause. He doesn't like himself, and he doesn't feel that he could create something outside of the drama sphere he's involved in. The bottom line is he still has an audience of drama sphere people on his end. So he has to cater his content to what these people want. If he were to become a better person and create more, non-drama style content, he would lose this audience and he would have to start over. And he probably doesn't have the confidence within him, if he had to start over with a new audience, that he would actually start to make money again like he's making money through these people. These people on his channel that are drama sphere people on his end are donating to him. And he likes that. And he needs that money. So he's kind of stuck because of that. So Sandra, it's not about Jamie hating us. It's about Jamie hating himself. That's the truth of the matter. Alex the Beer Master's in the house. Good morning, Eli. Good morning, Alex. Michelle Patry. Hell, yes, he is. He blasted all my business live. And half it was false. I love karma. Michelle Patry, who are you? He blasted all my business screenshots live, and half of it was false. I love karma. I don't know who you are. I don't like sock accounts coming in here saying that somebody did something and I can't identify you. Senator Palacio, no, Eli, you are wrong. It is mostly him and a low percentage of his audience. He says you and JB are alike. He and JB are alike. Yes, Sandra. Sandra, I am not wrong. I appreciate your opinion. I respectfully disagree with you. My assessment of Jamie and his stream last night has been spot on. I've been living this, Sandra. I've been living this with these two guys for over 3 years now. But I understand why you feel the way you feel, Sandra. Sandra says, am listening, can't chat much nor moderate. No worries, Sandra, we're good. Barbara says, another thing I wanted to bring up is how Lauren started crying to people saying that I had her swatted. I thought she said it was you. No, she said it was Shangy. No, again, she said it was SB. Yeah. Well, I was not involved in Lauren's supposed swatting. And from what I heard, because I did go back and see that part, it was a knock on the door, I guess, by 1 or 2 police officers. She did not get swatted. It was a wellness check. It was a wellness check on Lauren. She's going to put that on whoever fits her agenda at the time. I wasn't even around when that happened. I was enjoying Mardi Gras with my friends. Yeah, again, listen, all these people that are involved with JB and Jamie are bottom of the barrel YouTube people. They are BOYT. They are people that they're lower. I don't want to be rude and say this is the truth. They are lower class people. They are lower class, bottom of the barrel people. Some of them are unhappily married. Some of them, are on SSI disability and they just need something to do. And I'm not criticizing people that are on SSI or disability or anything like that. But look, the bottom line is a lot of these people, most of them, if not all of them, are bottom of the barrel, emotionally unstable people that don't have a purpose. They know that, and they are so desperately trying to find a purpose, which is why they're out here on YouTube following people like Jamie and JB Gunner. There's no normal person in their right mind that's middle class or upper class and is a happy-go-lucky person that's going to follow these people and get value out of it and then donate to it. These are people that have their own emotional issues, and they can somewhat or primarily relate to guys like Jamie or JB. That's the reason why I feel they're following these people. That's just my opinion. Sup Eli, LMAO, says Barbara. The problem, Jamie doesn't have a grip on his own chat room. His mods don't respect his wishes for his own platform. Right, they don't. And quite honestly, they control. You hit the nail on the head, Barbara. I've been saying this the whole entire show. Jamie's mods, which are his people, they don't respect him. They control him. And the way they control him primarily is by feeding him money to get what they want from him on his channel, which means that Jamie is not being true to whatever he wants to create on his channel. I've had many people come through my channel trying to control what I put out there and tell me, oh, don't do this, do that. No, I'm going to do whatever the hell I want to do here. It's my house. This is my house. You don't like it, get out. Leave. I'm not afraid to tell people to leave. But see, for Jamie, he doesn't want to do that because he's not confident enough that if he were to lose this entire audience that pays him donations, he's not confident enough to the point of where he could rebuild with what he really wants to create on his channel. That's the reason why he's playing his cards the way he's playing them. So he's not being genuine. In essence, he's a phony like JB Gunner. The difference is he's not as bad of a person as JB Gunner is. But, yes, he is a bad person. He is a bad person. Absolutely. Michelle Patry, Eli, to hell with them. I think you meant to say the hell with them. You're doing the right thing. Love you. I don't know who you are. You could be Ronaldo for all I know. But anyway, thank you. Barbara plays in. Well, since you responded to Paul and he got blocked on another soccer account, I'll read what you said, Barbara. Paul, Eli put out the steps that you need to take to be unblocked on his video last night. Go watch it. As a matter of fact, I was going to mention that again, but I started getting into the show. What I'll do in a few minutes is take a break, and when I come back, I will mention what I am open and willing to do for people that are currently blocked on this channel if they want a chance of coming back. I'll mention that again as I did yesterday on my walking stream. Sandra Palacio, what Barbara said, Paul. Sandra LOL says, Barbara. Christmas fireplace in the house. Hey, Christmas fireplace. I left when they blocked Shangy. He was there to support. We were all there to support. Christmas fireplace. We were all there to support Jamie and his audience for this same exact thing. We were there for the same exact thing. Now, let me ask you this question, Jamie. Let's say that you were running a major event and you were selling tickets to that event. And let's say half the people that bought tickets to that event that you're running are people that you like, and the other half that bought tickets to that event are people you don't like. How would you treat those people that paid to come to your event? They're paying customers. So let me ask you this, Jamie. Let's say you ran this stream last night through Patreon and you were charging $10 a head. If Barbara, myself, and Shangy each paid you $10 to watch that stream along with your people that paid you $10, would you have treated us the same way, or would you have treated us differently because we paid money for a pay-per-view event? Because I'll tell you, Jamie, if I paid $10 to watch your show last night, I would have been demanding a refund. Now, I know you probably wouldn't give it to me, but I'd still be demanding for one. But I would never pay you again for another event. So, honestly, Jamie, I really do hope that, Jamie, I'm giving you content, and I'm giving you my full blessing to critique this whole freaking stream under fair use. I'm not going to flag it down. I'm not. I want to hear your response. Now, I am going to be going live at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. So if you want to do an afternoon stream, I don't care if you stream against me. I'm going to be doing a different show. But I'd rather be there to watch your response live. So if you want to do a mid-afternoon stream or early evening stream in your neck of the woods, I'm not doing a walking stream today, Jamie. The only other stream I'm doing is 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific for a few hours. I'm interviewing the Devil's Queen. You want to start a stream at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific? I'll be watching. Again, critique this whole entire stream with my blessing. What I really want to know from you are the answers to all the questions I've been asking you all along. And they are pretty reasonable questions. Backup says, Jamie's unprofessionalism has really let him down. His caveman-like treatment of people is of concern. Okay, I don't know who you are. You're a sock, but you make sense. Barbara plays exactly. He defended JB for monetary gain. Now he's sitting here saying JB cares about nothing but money, but so do you, JB. Exactly. Barbara, again, that's what I've been trying to say all along. You hit the nail on the head. You see, in essence, you're blaming JB for doing the same things that you're doing. And that also includes a lack of professionalism. You're saying JB Gunner is unprofessional, yet you are also unprofessional. You're saying JB Gunner makes it all about the money, yet you yourself make it all about the money. So where's the issue? You're a hypocrite, and so is JB. You're both hypocrites, Jamie. And I'd like for you to debunk why you're not a hypocrite. I'd like for you to debunk, besides the fact that you don't act like a thug and get drunk all the time and get high or anything like that. Besides that, how different are you from JB? Well, you're also not, beating kids and doing that stuff. But when it comes to the way that you treat your audience on YouTube and run your channels, it's the same. So you tell me. You tell me. Sandra says, heck, but do y'all really believe they like each other? They tolerated each other for their own benefits. Come on, yo. Of course, Sandra, we've been saying that all along. I knew, and so did Barbara, and you probably did too, Sandra, the moment that JB Gunner and Jamie got back together to do graphic design work, right? I knew it was going to end up, if not the same way it ended up the first time they worked together over a year ago, worse. And it's now worse. And I told Jamie, dude, I know you don't like me, I don't like you. But dude, I still care about people, and I don't want anyone getting taken advantage of or screwed over, including you. You've already been down this road once with JB Gunner. That would be like me doing a King and the Cuck show part 2. I made the mistake of doing the King and the Cuck show, okay? And JB's been trying to get me to do King and the Cuck 2 ever since then. And that was a couple of years ago that it happened, 2.5 years ago. In essence, what Jamie did, when compared to what I did with JB and then didn't do the second time around, in essence, what Jamie did, if he was doing the King and the Cuck show with JB, he also gave JB a second chance and did the King of the Cuck 2. The King of the Cuck show 2. And then it didn't work out again. Now, this time he says he's learned his lesson and he's never going to work with him again. But let's see what happens. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. Back, says, Jamie really needs to start acting like a mensch. What is that? Are you saying like a man? Oh, I never heard of that word, but that's what it means. Oh, it's a German. Oh, you're German. Mensch is man in German. Okay. That's why I didn't understand what you were saying there. Sometimes I wish that the YouTube live chat feed would have Google Translate built in. Please translate everything to English. Barbara Places says, Sandra, I don't think they truly like anyone, including themselves. I've been saying that all along, Barbara. They don't love themselves. The reason why these people attacked me is because I was spot on about them from the very beginning. These people are insecure, immature people that don't love themselves. Let's move on. That's what it is. Similarly evil, exactly at Barbara Places. Yep, I've been saying that for years now. Senator Palacio, he treated you like that because he doesn't like neither of you. Again, he's a user and he traces. Sandra, it boils down to one thing that Barbara just said before you commented on that. They don't love themselves. Jamie does not love himself. His audience doesn't love themselves. Because of the fact that they don't like themselves or love themselves, they lack personal maturity. And they come out here on YouTube as grown-ass 30, 40, and 50-plus-year-old people, and they act like little kids playing in a playground. This is like a playground to them. That's all it is. Barbara says, LOL. Barbara furthermore says, the difference between me and Jamie is even though I can't stand him, I can still behave like an adult. So can I, Barbara. That's what we did last night. Senator Palacio says, doesn't matter, Eli. He's not going to be the bigger person. Look what he did when you gave him that information on you're talking about trim. The next day, he made a video on you and another one the next day that were not favorable. So what does that say about Jamie, Eli? Well, it says that Jamie is just in it for himself. And, he's just like JB. He basically makes content out of everything. Yet he blames JB for doing the same thing. See, I don't do the same things that JB and Jamie do. I call them out on their stuff. What Jamie and JB does is they blame each other for the same things that they are each doing themselves. They both are doing the exact same thing and blame each other for doing that exact same thing. It's funny as hell. It's funny as hell. It's the truth. It's the truth. Sandra says, Barbara, it says he is an insecure man-child. I just said all that. You're right. Insecure, immature, insensitive. They don't love themselves. That's what it all boils down to. It's personal maturity, Barbara. They don't have it. They don't. Backup says the shame. And then Backup furthermore says, you and Barbara were ridiculed for no justifiable reason. You're right. I've been talking about that for the last hour plus. You're right. Barbara says, don't you get it, Eli? He can't say if you're associated with Eli, you can't be here because that makes him no better than JB saying it. If you associate with Jamie, you can't be here. LOL. Well, he would not have been saying it, Barbara, but that's how he was acting. And see, I never look at or listen to what people say. I look to see the action they take, right? Okay? You look at the action over what comes out of their mouth. You're right. He couldn't say it even though that's how he feels, because it would basically make him appear like a hypocrite for doing the same exact things that J.B. Gunner has just done. You're right. You're right. Sandra says, Eli, he wasn't going to tell you he didn't want you there. He was getting the views. It wasn't just the views, Sandra. It's not about the views. It's about keeping his audience happy, giving them what they want so they can donate to him, Sandra. The views don't matter for Jamie because he's not monetized. Okay? What matters to Jamie is how much money can he make in donations on any given show. Barbara says, bingo. I say it's not about the views. It's about the donations he's making from his audience. And his audience does not want him to be friends with us. Because if he became friends with us, they would be gone. Hence, all his donors would be gone. No more money. No tengo dinero. All right. We are at 1 hour and 26 minutes. I need to take a break, get some more coffee. And I'm going to come back and continue reading the chat. We've got a lot of people here right now, so I'm going to keep going. We've got 41 in the box. Don't go anywhere, folks. Let me cue up some music real quick. Let me cue up some music here. Give me a second. All right. I'll be back in about 5 to 7 or 8 minutes, folks. Don't leave. Don't go anywhere. There's a lot more to discuss here. Also, if you want to join me live on the air by way of Google Hangouts, I would love to have you on and we can talk. Just let me know in the chat. Or if you're already connected with me on Google Hangouts, let me know and we'll make it happen. All right. So, with that being said, we'll be right back. good copy. Oh, yeah. All right. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live on YouTube. This is the morning coffee edition, right? Because someone's out there on the run and can't run morning coffee, so I said, the heck with it. I'll just do it instead. Why not, right? You know, if morning coffee has been preempted on that other channel, then someone's got to fill in, right? And who better for the job than me, right? The person that knows the truth about all this stuff, right? And we all know that the truth shall prevail. The truth shall always set you free. Right, Barbara? Right, Sandra? Hey, I think I saw Terry's GG&G join us as well. Welcome to the show, bro. There's so much that I have to catch up on the chat, and I'm going to kind of skim through it. There's just so much going on. But before I get back to the chat here, you know, I was thinking while I was on break, and I've kind of talked about this before, and this music is perfect, isn't it? This music's perfect, right? It puts you in the mood of what's going on, right? You know, why is JB Gunner behaving the way he's behaving? Why is Jamie behaving the way he's behaving? Why are they doing what they're doing to run their channels in the way that they're running their channels? It's simply because if they ever tried to do something like me, run a channel as a life coach, run a channel as a spiritual healer, run a mukbang channel, run any other type of philosophical channel, nobody would respect them because of the type of person they are. And that goes to the point of where the way that they've lived their lives and their experiences, it forces them to do what they're doing in order to, you know, have any audience here that would be willing to support their channels and donate to them. In essence, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, you can tell me what you think in the chat, both JB Gunner and Jamie have nothing more to bring to the table than they're bringing you. And when they do that, it creates a following of like-minded people such as themselves. Okay, if JB Gunner is a criminal that does crazy criminal things, he's going to attract other people that either like criminals and those crazy things, or other criminals that do similar crazy things. In essence, creating an audience filled of those types of people, or with those types of people. So, you know, when you get involved with them, or in my case, JB Gunner found out about me, once he started coming at me and his audience of like-minded people started finding out about me, they all come at me in the same ways that JB Gunner does or has, and it just makes it a crazy world of shit. And the same thing for Jamie. Okay, look, Jamie, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not trying to criticize your living situation. But the truth of the matter is, that's who you are. Your living situation is your living situation. And that's what you have to offer this world. So you're going to also attract other people that are in a similar situation, such as you're in, and you're going to attract people that are insecure and immature, just like yourself. Look, Jamie, I'm not trying to criticize you, and I don't care, if you think I am. I'm really not. I'm really not here to hate on you or JB. I'm just stating the facts. The bottom line is you yourself have said, Jamie, in the past that you're an introvert and you have been more on the shyer side, and you never even started live streaming until you saw me live streaming and you realized how much more traction you can get from live streaming. So you built up the courage to do it, and now you like it because you built an audience of like-minded people that are similar to your personality of being immature, insecure, insensitive, right? And more on the shyer side, more on the timid side. And that's why this is happening, folks. These people, Jamie and JB, they got nothing more to bring to the table than what they're bringing. That's who they are. And again, I'm not trying to criticize them for it, but if they had something better and more professional to bring to the table and gain an audience of real decent people that would support them, including monetary support, they would do it. It's just not who they are. So they, in essence, are focusing on who they are and attracting an audience of like-minded people like them. So in essence, both JB Gunner and Jamie have built an audience of immature, insensitive, insecure people that are all gathering together. And when anyone like Barbara or myself or anyone on my end that is mature, secure, and has their shit together goes in there, they can't relate to us, or they're jealous of us. They're not going to come out and say they're jealous of us because that's not what insecure people do. Instead, they will project onto us. That's what's happening. That's that. I've tried to help these people, and you can't help people like this. You can't help them. Let me see here. Yeah, Barbara, I got your screenshot. I got your screenshot. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to mention that. I'm not going to give that guy any notoriety. Give me 1 second here, folks. I'm just clearing a few Hangouts messages I got behind the scenes there. And there's so much to go through within the chat that it'll take me too long to go through. I'm going to skim through it and see what's noteworthy. Santa Palacio says, Eli, he wasn't going to tell you he didn't want you there. He was getting the views. Okay, I already read that. Okay, Eli, when you emailed him, did he answer? I didn't email Jamie, Sandra. I sent him a Hangouts message to his Punksthetic account. And he didn't get back to me. And the reason why he didn't get back to me is because, he wanted me to be there. He wanted us to show up. Not necessarily for the views, maybe not. But because he wanted to be able to pretty much ridicule us in his chat. That's all he wanted to do. And it's exactly what his audience wants. Like, they love it. When Barbara and myself or anyone from our side goes there, it gives them an opportunity to project their insecurities, which makes them feel better. Jamie knows that, and he plays off of that because he himself is insecure and immature. So, in essence, like that's why I went in there and made one comment, sup. That's all. I said sup, and I was out. And I didn't comment for the rest of the show, and then 45 minutes into it, I left. Barbara, my honest opinion, look, I'm not telling you what to do, and I'll never do that, and I respect you. And if you want to sit there and defend yourself amongst a bunch of emotionally unstable, weak-minded, and insecure people, if you want to go and defend yourself to that group where it's not going to get you anywhere and waste your time, that's on you. My honest opinion, Barbara, is that I think you should have left a lot sooner than you did. Because I learned one thing amongst these people. Okay, the more you try to defend yourself against their BS, the more you give them what they want, and the worse you make it on yourself. If you want to make a stand, if you want to take a stand and make a statement, you just don't go and chat at all, or you chat once or twice, and if they're disrespecting you, then you just leave. If they talk smack about you, you ignore it and you walk away. Barbara, these people don't deserve our presence. They want our presence there because it entertains their audience. It makes their audience of insecure, immature, and unstable people, it entertains them, and it makes them feel better about themselves. So in essence, like Sandra's been saying, we're being used, but not in the way that you're thinking, Sandra. It's not about the views. It's about the entertainment aspect to, feed their audience and incite their audience to give donations. That's what it's all about. Backup says the shame of Jamie. Santa Pelosi, I disagree, Eli. That's how Jamie is, and that's why his audience likes him, like JB and his audience. You disagree on what, Sandra? You disagree on my assessment of Jamie? I think Jamie is insecure and immature, but he also is conscious of what he's doing. And I think more so Jamie is playing it up for his audience, because Jamie's identified that he's immature, insecure. He knows all of that. And because he's attracted an audience just like him, he's found the way to play up his audience just like JB Gunner does, to give his audience what they want, and that way it incites them to donate. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line, Sandra. Backup says money controls Jamie, money motivates him. That's right. That's right. Furthermore, Backup says Jamie would sell his soul for cash. He just enjoys staying at home and getting cash. That's true. Sandra says Jamie did tell his mods to let you both speak. He got mad at Lauren and said if you both didn't attack his mods, you wouldn't be banned. But the bottom line is he was attacking us. He was talking shit about both Barbara and I. So on one hand, he's saying let us speak. On the other hand, he's ridiculing us, and he's talking smack about us for no reason, besides the fact that he just wants to give his audience what his audience wants, to incite donations from his audience. Again, the bottom line, we were there to support the show, for the same reasons he was running it. We were there to support the cause he was running on his show. That's all. Barbara says backup money controls both Jamie and JB. They are the same. Yep, Sandra says so he wasn't 100% bad, but he still traces. Okay, that's your opinion. I'm not concerned about his graphic designing style. It doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with that. You're just taking a stab at him, and if that's what you want to do, Sandra, no big deal. It's all right. I'm not going to stoop that low, but I understand why you're saying that. Barbara says, I'm going to send you a picture that Lauren sent me when we were friends, Eli, concerning her drug use. I know, she's lying. She is a drug addict, and she's an alcoholic. Yeah, that's that. That's as far as it goes. If she wants to deny it, I mean, that's on her. I could care less whether she wants to deny it or not. The proof's in the pudding. You watch her shows, you can see it in her eyes. You can see it in her behavior. No normal person is going to behave the way Lauren has been behaving on her streams lately. Backup says exactly, and anything that might affect his flow of cash, he'll start to talk smack about just to keep the cash coming in. Right. And so if we go in there, and if Barbara and I go in there, or anyone from my side goes in there, and we're nice and we're supporting the cause, it does his audience no good, because his audience wants to see him beat us up so they can pay him for it. That's the bottom line. That's what this all boils down to. That's it. Barbara says, really, Eli? I agree with similar. He is definitely a douchebag. I don't think Jamie really wants to be a douchebag. He wasn't that way when I first met him, Barbara. He became more of a douchebag when he realized how much he can capitalize off of it by creating an audience that loves that stuff. He learned that from JB. Jamie watched what JB did to build his audience of these types of people, the emotionally unstable, insecure types of people that are from the bottom of YouTube, Boyt, B-O-Y-T. And he saw how, JB, would play on them, right? Would basically, play up on his audience to incite donations. Then Jamie's like, well, wait a minute. All right. Well, I'm an introvert. I'm insecure. I'm immature. And so is JB. But look at how JB's making money. So what if I replicate what JB Gunner is doing? He did it and started making money, and he's been making money ever since. So yes, does he appear like a douchebag at this time? Yes. Was he like that when I first met him over 3 years ago? No, but he wasn't making any money. And at that time, Barbara, he himself told me that he was about to shut down his channel, and I told him not to. I said, start live streaming. Let me support you. Let me help you. If it wasn't for me, Jamie would have probably shut down his channel at that point. If it wasn't for me, Jamie would not be even live streaming. A lot of what Jamie has done, he has learned from me. And he's kind of sort of given me some credit in the past, but he'll never give me credit again. Not because he doesn't want to deep down inside, because his audience doesn't want to hear that. You understand that? This is about what his audience wants to hear and what his audience donates to. That's all this is about. It's about money. It's 100% about what's going to bring in the money. That's it. That's all. Terry GGG, morning all. Mad Shangy, I really don't get why you keep RJ around. He just does the same shit to you over and over. No, I understand that. That's why I'm not bringing him on my panel, Shangy. He asked to come to my panel again today, and he's not. And I talked with him privately behind the scenes, and I told him that I'm not going to bring you on my panel. I'll go on your panels, when you start running shows, maybe, and see how that goes. But I'm not going to bring him on, Shangy. I'm not. If RJ wants to come here and chat, as long as he's respectful, that's fine. If he wants to talk behind the scenes every now and then, he's respectful and I have time for it, that's fine. But I'm not gonna keep getting played by RJ. SB, myself, and RJ talked yesterday after the appearance he made on my show the other night, where he came off very condescending. And he did apologize for that, but again, you're right, Shangy. I'm not going to feed into RJ, and I'm not going to bring him on my show at least for a very long time, if ever again. If you're listening, RJ, I'm sorry, dude. I just don't trust you, man. I don't. I'm willing to talk with you and be civil with you like I have been, but RJ, I just don't trust you. I don't. That's the truth. 45 in the box. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. We're at 8 a.m. The Mad Shangy. Not a bad person. Lauren's a scumbag. Okay. Barbara Placence says Shangy exactly. The Mad Shangy says Lauren needs to be called out. Where's that package that was allegedly sent to her? Where's the note? Where's the evidence she was swatted? I agree. Barbara says, Eli, you can choose to not address Lauren, but she keeps coming after me now If you don't want me to talk about her on your channel any longer, I'll respect that, but she's a piece of you know what. No, Barbara, you can talk about whoever you want to talk about. I'm just going to share my opinion. You can share yours. If you want to come on live on the air and share it, no problem. But Barbara, Barbara, you can talk about whoever you want to talk about. Barbara, I never questioned that. I never questioned that. I agree with you regarding Lauren. I agree with you regarding all these people. And to be quite frank with you, I really don't want to even be doing these shows. I don't enjoy doing these shows. I'll tell you what I'm honestly trying to do. I'm honestly just trying to, I'm honestly just trying to raise enough awareness to the people that were once a part of my channel and try to rebuild my audience that was basically stolen from me by these people. Now, are some people going to come back? Possibly. Some are already coming back. Will some of them never come back? Sure. But I know there are some people out there that really enjoy being a part of this channel. And they left because they were scared off by JB Gunner or possibly even Jamie. And now that I feel we're at a point where this is about to all come to an end, I want to start rebuilding my audience like I have been and focus more on my own content and not talk about these fools anymore. But how can you not talk about these fools after what's been happening lately when you've been involved with it for a long time? I mean, there's no way anyone would want to, it's not that they wouldn't want to watch my actual coaching content right now. There's too much happening in the drama sphere that is overpowering any other content right now. So right now, the right thing to do is to focus on this, squash it, and then move on with the people that are still here and the new people, and the old people that may end up coming back, and I unblock. Senator says, agree, Shangy. Barbara says, that's like me telling you to just ignore JB and Jamie. Okay. Eli, the biggest mistake that you're making is thinking just because you share a common enemy that makes you friends. I never said that, Barbara. Barbara, you're not listening. You're multitasking and you're not paying attention. I'm not mad at you, and I understand why you're saying that, but you're not paying attention. I never once said that Jamie and I were friends. I never once expected to be friends with him because we have a common enemy. Right? All I said was, look, you're running a show, Jamie. I know we're not friends. I feel the same way about JB as you do. I want to support your cause because we have a common enemy. Can we be civil? And may I bring people from my channel to your channel to watch your show? Because I've been talking about this, and I think what you're going to talk about is going to add more value to what I've been talking about. But in essence, his show last night, to be honest with you, was a shit show. I think the show he did last night more so hurt him than helped him. Because I'll tell you what's going to happen. JB Gunner is going to more so focus on Jamie now than me because I'm making sense and Jamie's not. You're going to see what's going to happen. Let's see, the matching Jamie was more than happy to get involved with not only a woman beater, but take advantage of a paranoid schizophrenic. Wow. I'm so far behind. Where is that? Yeah, Jamie was more happy to get involved, not only with a women beater, but take advantage of a paranoid schizophrenic on the FBI watch list. You're talking about Blake. You're talking about V. Blake Rose, Shangy. And that guy, and uses that guy to harass people. Yeah, they weaponize all these people, right? Because these people are already criminals, right? And so they weaponize these people to do their illegal and unethical dirty work. So that way, if they get caught, they're the ones that are getting in trouble for it and not Jamie. That's what people like JB and Jamie do. They weaponize other people to do their dirty work while they run their shows, and to also deflect any wrongdoing off of them to the people that they're weaponizing. Like, it's become a sophisticated, like ring of people. And here's the thing. You have guys like B. Blake Rose and, Dr. Robert, Trim Hits, Ronaldo. These people have no life and no purpose. They're criminals. And they have so much free time on their hands that when they are enlisted to do something like this, it makes them feel like they now have a purpose. And guys like Jamie and JB know that these people are looking for a purpose. And they enjoy doing these types of things. So that's why they weaponize them. It's a very sophisticated type of thing that they're doing. And I'll tell you, Jamie learned that from JB. I firmly believe until Jamie associated with JB, he wasn't doing these types of shady things. Now he's doing them because he's making money doing it and catering his content right now to the audience he has that wants that type of content. That's what it all boils down to. It's plain and simple. A bunch of ones when I asked earlier if Jamie is a hypocrite, calling JB unprofessional when he was unprofessional last night as well. Matt Cheney says, when is Jamie not hypocritical? I'm exactly an hour behind the chat. There's been so much. And here's the thing. All these guys are saying you got all these people on your live stream chat, and no one's chatting. Everyone's chatting here today, JB and Jamie. And you're going to say, well, that's because you're talking about me, cuck, and Jamie. Right. I'm talking about you guys because I need to talk about you guys. It's the hot story, and I'm going to talk about it. Because if you were anywhere near a computer right now, JB, and not running again, because you got doxxed for the 4th time in 2 months, then you'd be talking about it right now as well. You'd probably be simulcasting me, JB. That's what you'd be doing. Sandra says he doesn't hate you. See me how he likes you. I bet you meant to say show me how he likes you. I'm not saying that he likes me. If you're talking about Jamie, I'm not saying that he likes me. What I'm saying, Sandra, is, okay, let me put it to you a better way. Jamie may hate me, but Jamie more so hates himself. Sandra, like I've said before, and you know this, if you don't love yourself, then how can you be capable of loving someone else? So if Jamie hates me when I've done nothing wrong and I'm a good guy, in essence, he hates me because he doesn't know how to love anyone. He hates me because he hates himself. And the only thing he knows how to do is relate with hateful people. That's the bottom line. And I'm not a hateful person. So he can't relate with me, so he hates on me. That's the bottom line. Barbara says, BRB, going to order some lunch really quick. All right. And then you corrected yourself. You said show instead of she. Okay. No problem. Matt Ching, there was no swatting. You're right, Matt Ching. It's similar evil. Self-centered people will never get along very long. It is like two con men trying to con one another. You're right, similar. Barbara places Shangy. She is such a liar. Yep. Jupiter AA. Hello, everyone. Sending you all tons of positive energy. That's right, Jupiter AA. Welcome to the show. Barbara places Jupiter. Welcome back. Let's see. Mutt Nuts Reviews in the house with the mod wrench. Hi, all. How's everyone? Welcome, Mutt Nuts Reviews. I'm doing quite well, Mutt Nuts. She says, hi, Eli. How are you? Very well, thank you. Thank you for being here. Good morning to you, or good afternoon if you're on the East Coast. Terry GG&G, I observed the show last night. To me, it was simply a spawning ground for everyone to show their cards, faces to me, and everyone did. On a side note, the JB impersonations were great. Oh no, they when Jamie and the Bearded Nemophilus, his real name is JP, when they get along, they're pretty funny guys together. They're funny guys, and they do, great impressions and impersonations of other people. Okay? But at the same time, they still criticize and attack, good people like me. The Bearded Nemophilus, has so much hatred towards me, and I've never once done anything wrong to him. But that's okay. I've learned to deal with it. And that's another reason why I left that show after 45 minutes last night, because him and Jamie were both just comparing me to JB and saying I'm no better than JB, that I'm a cuck like JB, Like, no, I am way, way different than JB. Sorry. Barbara Placement says, Terry, they were like sharks in a feeding frenzy. Muttnuts Reviews, I will have to catch your 9 p.m. stream on the replay. Will not be home at the boyfriend's till probably tomorrow morning. Okay, that's awesome. Muttnuts Reviews. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's going to be a good show. I'm going to be interviewing the Devil's Queen. And she's going to be sharing more about her channel. And she's also going to be sharing how she was victimized by JB Gunner. Should be good. Should be really good. Terry says, at Barbara, I pretty much watched it all. Didn't say a thing in the side chat. As I said, it was chum and shark-infested water. It's as Eli said. It was all to feed all sides as I seen it. It's all about the money. The bottom line, it's about feeding their audience of emotionally unstable, insensitive, and insecure people. Look, if you bring good, wholesome, positive people and positive energy into an environment of negative people and an audience, they're not going to resonate with it. They resonate with negativity and they donate to negativity. That's what it's all about. It's plain and simple. That is their recipe to make money. Okay? That is the way they make money. They peddle to these insecure, insensitive, immature, and weak-minded people. They peddle to them, and then they play it up because JB Gunner has always done that, and Jamie learned how to do that by watching JB do it and making money off of it. In essence, Jamie Lycantheory has become a miniature version of JB. So when JB calls Jamie daddy, JB in essence, listen, as much as I can't stand JB, I got to give him that. JB Gunner is Jamie's daddy. He is. JB Gunner is Jamie's daddy. Because, Jamie, look, you are doing the same things that you learned from JB to make money. And if you stop doing those things, you would make no money. Why don't you try it out and see what happens? But if you keep doing what you're doing that you learned from JB, whether you admit it or not, JB Gunner is your daddy. If you think that JB Gunner is Jamie's daddy, put JB is Jamie's daddy in the chat. Type it out. Yes, JB is Jamie's daddy. Put that in the chat. And I'm going to probably go to the bottom of the chat because there's just too much to catch up on here. Like, there's just too much happening here today. Barbara says, Terry, yep, their biggest mistake is thinking I care what they think about me or what channel I choose to support. Barbara, here's the thing. Jamie and JB run their channels in ways that make them money. They don't care about the audience, and they don't even love themselves. They care about how to make money. It's not about their message. It's about what their audience wants at that current moment. You feed the audience what they want and what they're there for. They're going to keep coming back. And they're going to keep donating. The moment you change that, it's over. That's what it's all about. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. Jupiter AA. Anytime anyone attacks someone, it is due to deep-rooted issues that come from themselves. Jupiter AA, that's called an insecurity. They're insecure people. They feel they have nothing more to bring to the table, So they have to go and do it the way they're doing it. But you're right. In other words, what you're saying is that they're insecure people. That's it. Thanks again for being here, Jupiter 88. I can't even talk. Jupiter 88. Jupiter AA. Damn. Jupiter, I agree. It's their own insecurities. Barbara just said it. I hadn't seen what Barbara wrote, but see, even Barbara's thinking the same thing. Jupiter, I agree. It's their own insecurities. That's right. Barbara says, coffee refill time for me, intermission. Yep. Jupiter AA, have a beautiful and blessed day, everyone. And who cares what anyone thinks or says about you? Just keep being you. And if you follow your heart, the universe will reward you greatly. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And she put the peace sign. Thank you for stopping by, Jupiter AA. Greatly appreciate you. Santa Palacio, BRB. Barbara says, Jupiter, it goes a little deeper than just someone saying some mean words. The same people put a Craigslist post out about Eli being a pedophile. All the attempt to harm him. Oh, cool. We are still monetized here. This is wonderful. Excellent. Wow. We already had 80 watch hours on this stream. Damn. Almost 400 views. Damn. It's not bad. I'm not paying attention to that, though. I'm just really into doing the right thing here and raising the awareness. Barbara says they've done much more, but just from that one, you can get the gist of it. You're right. Muttnuts Reviews, welcome back, Eli. Thank you. Well, that was about, 37, 40, 50. So about maybe, I'm about 35 or almost 40 minutes behind the chat now. I'm catching up. Terry says, I had my one superfan try to do the same to me all over YouTube, except his main reasoning was because I follow a bunch of cosplayers. I don't know what you mean by that, Terry. Like, okay, that makes someone a pedo. Nice logic there. Okay. Barbara says, yes, sir. Sounds like some Magnum PI music, LOL. Cult mentality, says Barbara, please. It's absolutely a cult mentality. It is. Terry GGG, well, like in the one instance, whom would listen to a thugged out looking Colonel Sanders? No one's gonna buy that chicken, LOL. You're right. But some people still are buying it, man. But if we keep raising awareness and more people start to see the light, they're gonna stop supporting hateful creators like this. And here's the thing, Terry, and everyone else, but Terry, because you're the one that wrote that comment in response to you, Terry, what's going to stop these creators? What is allowing these creators to continue doing what they're doing? It's the money. If they weren't making the money, they would not be able to, they wouldn't have the means to run these shows, right? So what happens? You raise awareness and more of their audience starts to fall like flies, right? But another thing, Jamie and JB have a mutual sponsor, Wise Night Owl. And Jamie, if you're coming out and saying that Wise Night Owl is only sponsoring JB for $1,500 a month, you're out of your damn mind. It's more like $4,000 or $5,000. There is no way JB Gunner would be doing what he's doing at the level he's doing it without the $4,000 or $5,000 that Wise Night Owl is giving him. No way. But regardless, what I'm curious to see is how Wise Night Owl is going to respond to this. Because right now, he has full control over this outcome with the amount of money he pays to sponsor both Jamie and JB. If Wise Night Owl pulled out for both Jamie and JB right now, they would be both out of business. No doubt about it. Now, Jamie can still run his channel because Jamie lives at home. He doesn't pay any rent. Yada, yada, yada. He's got money in the bank because he doesn't pay any rent. Okay, we don't have to go through that. But as far as JB Gunner goes, if Wise Night Owl pulls out, he's homeless. He's done. He's homeless and his girlfriend's homeless. His girlfriend, Anna. back up. Let's face it. Jamie's artwork is okay, but there is no real originality. His cartoon series, I don't really think it is funny or watchable. To get an audience for his art, he reaches out to the lowlifes. You're right. That's called the bottom of YouTube. Both JB Gunner and Jamie, they cater their content to the bottom of YouTube because they themselves are a part of the bottom of YouTube. That's how they see themselves, right? And yes, Jamie's graphics designs are okay. They're better than what I can do or you could probably do. But yes, they're not, Jamie is not, he's not a top of the line graphics designer, but he's not, at the bottom either. He's okay. He's an average graphics designer. Okay? He does decent work. All right? But as far as the Cucky Tunes go and the Cuck Ethan series, all right, I've said this before, I'll say it again. It takes Jamie and MJ Bodie a lot of time to create that. But how much return are they getting on their investment of time? If it takes you, let's just give them the benefit of the doubt. It takes them 10 hours of work to create that, sometimes more. Like Jamie was saying, it took him, 20, 30 hours to create that 12-minute animation of Cuck Ethan. And he got about 800 views on it, or 1,000 views. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. But number one, he's not monetized, not making ad revenue off of it. Number two, how much is he making off of that through donations? If you put in 20 hours of work for a 12-minute animated video, and let's say that you even make $200 in donations doing it, okay? That's basically $10 an hour. And if you do an animated series like that, you not only want it to make money right when you release it, you want it to continue making you money forever. What is the shelf life of these animations? And what are these animations dependent on? They're dependent on what I do, right? And they're dependent on how his audience feels about me in a negative way. See, the people on my side, they don't like those cartoons. They might get a laugh at it one time and they'll never watch it again because they think it's stupid. They think that them creating an animated series about me is stupid. That's the people on my side. On Jamie's side, they love the fact that he's attacking me and they might be paying him a little bit of money for it, but is Jamie and MJ Bodie making enough money to sustain putting in the amount of work that it takes to create these animations? Is it worth it? I bet you that Jamie will stop doing it because he's going to realize that I'm putting in all this time and I'm not getting my ROI on it, return on investment. I bet you Cuck Ethan and Cucky Tunes are going to be done. And also, they know that my channel is growing and I'm moving past them. And again, there's no value for this cartoon series besides the 50 or 100 people that are a part of MJ Bodie's and Jamie's channel. If someone that doesn't know who I am or knows who Jamie is comes across Cucky Tunes on YouTube, they're going to be like, what is this? You have to know the storyline for it to be funny and for it to make sense. Anyway, Barbara says, to be fair, JB did have that to some degree. He had real friends to support him, but he just could not stop with the drama and stick to why we all subscribed to him, which was his political stuff. Barbara wasn't making him money. The drama sphere makes him money. The drama sphere makes him money, and it's always made him the most money. And he tries to do the political stuff, but what happens when he does it? Even if he gets a channel to take off like he did with JB Gunner TV, getting 33K subs, look what happened. It gets shut down because he can't follow the guidelines. He has to break the guidelines to get the views, but then at the same time, breaking the guidelines gets his channel shut down. So once he loses all that, after he built it up, now he has to go back to drama to survive. It's the never-ending cycle of JB Gunner, year after year after year after year. I've seen this pattern 3 years in a row. If anyone knows JB Gunner's pattern and his style, it's me. It's me. Barbara says that's why, for the most part, it's all new people you see there because they are there purely to feed off the hate. Because they don't love themselves, Barbara. They all relate to it. They relate to hate. That's another topic I'll do. You know, these people, the bottom of YouTube, Boyt, B-O-Y-T, bottom of YouTube, they relate to hate. You got two creators, JB and Jamie, that hate themselves. And so, you know, these people in the audience that hate themselves as well, they relate to Jamie and JB. So in essence, they all relate to hate. And Jamie and JB have just found the way to capitalize off these people because they all relate to each other with their hate. That's it. That's it. Excellent point, Barb, says Sandra. They are there for the hate. Barbara says, I respect that, Eli, but I was there for a sole purpose. I was there to show that I can be an adult and they have nothing but hate. Also to prove that Jamie's a hypocrite. Barbara, why do you feel the need to prove that? The bottom line is the best way to shut these people down and to make a statement is to not be there at all and not support them. Now, we were there to support them because we had a common interest, right? And we mentioned we were going to be there, right? And once we got there, at least once I got there, I just said one thing, sup, in the chat. And then I got attacked. And then I never chatted again. And then I left shortly after that. I'm not going to waste my time going there trying to defend myself amongst a bunch of people that whatever I say is not going to resonate or make a difference. I'm not going to spin my wheels. In essence, Barbara, being over there and staying there trying to defend yourself is like being stuck in the mud with two-wheel drive and your wheels are spinning and the mud's kicking up and you're not moving. That's all it is. It's my opinion. I respect yours, but that's just my opinion. Barbara says, I don't do anything without a purpose in mind. Do you not think I didn't know they were going to attack me? Come on. I knew exactly what was going to happen. Well, yeah, you chose to go in there. Barbara, I'm not getting on your case. I support you. What I'm saying is that if you have the time and you want to go in there and have a little fun, knowing that they're going to come at you, then you go at them, that's on you. I myself personally don't have the time to deal with that BS anymore. I'm not going to invest time anywhere that's going to hinder the progress of my channel and derail my message. For you, you're a consumer of content. It might be a little bit different. So maybe you enjoy a little bit of that. Maybe you enjoy a little bit of that and you have a little more time for that, which is fine. But for me, it's just not worth it. Senator Palacio, Eli, he was making you all targets by being in his chat. Sandra says, you are a smart woman, Barb, like me. Barbara says, Sandra, thank you. Barbara says, yeah, well, Eli, it doesn't matter when you become a douchebag, you're still a douchebag. No, that makes sense. Mutnuts Reviews, I am here listening, but also working on some stuff for my YouTube channel and getting videos ready for my second channel. I am starting just for product reviews. I am doing for a company online. Christmas Fireplace, he did share personal info with you yesterday. Okay. Barbara says, I agree, Eli. I can't wait for the day that we can just enjoy the show and not have to talk about these people. We can laugh or give our opinions on serious topics. Yeah, Barbara, I look forward to that. And that's coming soon. And trust me, we are almost there. I am working with some people behind the scenes, and you know who they are, and you're one of them. And we just trust me. You know what's going on. It's only a matter of time. I don't foresee this lasting any more than 2 to 4 more weeks, if that. There's one thing that needs to be done. And when that one thing is done, it's going to make a world of difference. Got 42 in the box right now. Thank you so much for being here. We are at 2 hours and 25 minutes, folks. I'm going to take another break in about 5 minutes and refill my coffee one more time. And then come back and wrap things up. I'll probably go for another half hour when I come back. It's probably going to be about a 3-hour show. I still want to mention what I mentioned yesterday on my walking stream. I still want to, make people aware that I'm willing to give, pretty much almost everyone a second or third or fourth chance. But it's going to be done in a different way. And when I come back from break, that's the first thing I'm going to talk about. But let me continue trying to burn through the chat. I've started to pick up the pace, and I'm getting closer to the bottom. Barbara says, no, Eli, I'm listening. I was responding to what you were saying at the time. You're so far behind. Hang on. You're so far behind in the chat, which I understand that you're misconstruing what those messages were meant for. You're right. You're right. Because the chat's really hopping, and I have it on slow mode, 10-second slow mode, and maybe I need to slow it down a little bit more. But, the moderators can bypass that, so it'd still be hopping. It doesn't matter. I'm trying to give detailed responses to everything, which is why it's taking me a while to get through the chat. Plus, the chat rate's very high today. 45 in the box. Thank you so much for being here. Barbara says, that's what I just said. You're so far behind. I know, Barbara. An hour behind to be exact. Well, now I'm starting to catch up. Right now, it's 28 past the hour, Barbara, and I'm at 1 past the hour. So I'm only 27 minutes behind right now. An hour behind to be exact. Barbara says, okay, this is scary, Eli. Get out of my head. I type it in. You say it like 3 minutes later, LMAO. And I haven't even gotten that part of the chat yet. Well, Barbara, here's the thing. The reason why we're saying the same things because we're dealing with the same thing. And we're both mature, intelligent, grown-ass adults that understand what these people are doing. And to normal, reasonable people like you and me, okay, we're going to be able to, dissect it and understand it in the exact same ways. So, it's funny you say it's scary. I know you're kind of messing with me, but kind of not. But no, it's because we're normal people and they're not, Barbara. And we can identify their behavior. It's obvious to people that have their shit together, how to identify their behavior. WrestleMania's in the house. Hey there, everyone. Hi, Elias at A Grip on Life. Hey, WrestleMania. I'm the other Jamie, LOL. No, you're the good Jamie. You're the real Jamie. You are the mature, professional, well-liked and loved Jamie. Welcome to the show, bro. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see, WrestleMania. That's why I seldom do videos on current events. They are short-lived, so no longevity. I have videos from years ago that I still get views. Yeah, that's called evergreen content. And I need to create more of that myself. This is weird. Has there been no one chatting? Hello. So, the last person that chatted was 9:21 a.m. and now it's 9:30 a.m. This is Pacific time. Okay? Okay, there we go. Like, no, everyone stopped chatting all of a sudden. It's like the chat died. So this is a good time to take a break. I caught up. I think we were waiting for you to catch up, LOL. Alex the Beer Master. Hi, Eli. Okay. All right. Well, this is going to be a good time to take a break then again, folks. So I'm all caught up now finally in the chat. We still have 44 in the box right now. Thank you so much for being here. Let me cue up some music and come back for another 30 more minutes. When I get back, I'm going to share with you folks, if you are banned on this channel and you want a chance at being unbanned. I'm going to share with you how to do it and share some more thoughts regarding that. I'm going to go through any other chat messages that the chat wants me to respond to. And then I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to wrap this show up probably right around 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, or shortly after that. So, give me a second here. Let me find some music. All right. Music is all queued up, folks. Stick around. I'll be back in 5 to 7 or 8 minutes. Do not go anywhere. If you can't have a little fun, it's not worth it, right? Oh boy. All right. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on YouTube. This is Morning Coffee with Coach Eli, because other morning coffee shows have been preempted due to, well, we'll let you fill in the blank regarding that. You can try to figure out and assume what's going on with the other morning coffee shows, but hey, this one is here, and we're not going anywhere because we've got nothing to run and hide from. Right, Barbara Placence? Right, Terry's GG&G, WrestleMania, Alex the Beer Master. Where's Queen Helen Casey? Like, I think Queen Helen Casey is in hibernation right now. I think she's probably catching up on some Z's, but she'll probably catch the replay. And boy, Queen, if you end up watching this show, make a comment, on the video. Let me know what your thoughts are, because I'm curious to hear your thoughts. I know you've been following this storyline. Anyway, folks, it is 12:44 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9:44 a.m. in my neck of the woods, Pacific Standard Time. I'm in the San Francisco Bay Area in good old Northern California, Redwood City to be exact. Redwood City, climate best by government test. Do Google search for it. You'll see that sign, Redwood City, climate best by government test. And we're going to just go another probably, 15 to 30 minutes max. And before I get to the chat, right now there haven't been any new messages. I'm just going to basically start to mention a little bit about what I mentioned yesterday on my Walking with Purpose stream regarding welcoming back, certain or maybe most people that have been blocked from this channel. Before I get to that, folks, if you have any other, questions, comments, or concerns that you'd like me to address, please get your, chat messages in right now, because once I'm done, making this statement here, I'm going to go through the chat, and then I'm going to wrap up this show here. Also, if you have any other questions regarding business or personal needs or YouTube needs, because I am YouTube certified, I'm willing to answer those here as well before I go off the air. Alex the Beer Master says, Eli, are you going to be doing any of your arm walking streams today, my friend? No walking stream today, bro, because I decided to do this stream instead. It was more important to do it based on, what's transpired within these communities over the last 12 to 24 hours. And I'm also doing another stream tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. I'm going to be interviewing the Devil's Queen, who actually was victimized by JB Gunner. We're going to be partially talking about that, but we're also going to be talking about her channel. She's a wonderful young lady that is an aspiring YouTuber, and I believe she lives in Southern California. She's in the same time zone I'm in. Yeah, it should be interesting. I'm starting to bring back my interview series. So if any of you are interested in being interviewed live on the air, please either message me on Hangouts chat if we're connected there, or send me an email, Coach Eli at coacheli@melas.com. That email is below the description. You can also take that same email, Coach Eli at coacheli@melas.com, and connect with me on Google Hangouts chat, and we can chat through there. So yeah, when the other side is saying, well, you have no content without me, cuck, right? That's what they say, right? Okay, well, look, that's very hypocritical, because I can say the same thing about you. But I have plenty of content without you. You're just a big distraction right now that I've been working diligently to get out of the way so I can do what I was meant to do out here, sir. Anyway, hopefully you're having fun listening to the show while you're running to find your next location to hide out in. That's great. That's great. Hopefully you'll soon find that GPS tracker on your vehicle, and we won't dox you for a 5th time, Mr. Gunner. Anyway, we'll leave that alone. It's all good. It's all good. I've got JB in the palm of my hands. I got him right where I want him, and he doesn't like that. But supposedly he's coming back for a stream on Friday morning, and he's going to debunk all of my statements regarding where he's been the last month and a half or so. My prediction is going to be that he's going to cancel that stream. He's just putting it out there to make people, feel he's going to do something. We'll see what happens. Will he come back on mobile? Will he come back, from, his actual laptop? Okay. Hey, we'll see. Is he going to use a green screen? Is he going to show, the room wherever he's at with no green screen? What you going to do, JB? Anyway. Backup says, Jamie's trying to get some new traction with MD. He's trying to pull her in for content. Soon he'll have a weekly stream on her to feed his lowlifes. Well, yeah, that's why they're going back and forth. But to be honest with you, Backup, I honestly feel that MD is doing the same thing. And to be honest with you, the more and more I listen to MD and the more I see the messages she's sending to Jamie privately with the things she's saying, she's feeding into it. Like, she's criticizing, his intimate style and his, ability to sustain an erection and all that. Like, look, if MD, I'm more so beginning to feel that, MD and Jamie are both equally wrong here. And who knows? Maybe they both have plotted this behind the scenes to try to build off of it. Because if MD was victimized by this guy, she wouldn't continue to keep feeding into it and then attacking him in ways of, his ability to perform intimately and all that. There's no woman that would go into that great detail if she was actually victimized. She would raise awareness and move on from it. If she feels that she was victimized illegally, she'd report it to the law. But no, she's not. She's just trying to find a way to build traction on her channel. And she has grown a little bit, but not a lot. She went from about 450 subscribers to like 550. She gained about 100 subscribers. Like, I just speak normally and I do my normal thing. And I've been gaining, Jesus, about 200-300 subscribers a month, sometimes more. It just depends. So yeah, I hear what you're saying, Backup, but I honestly believe that they're both wrong. And they're both just trying to probably bring new life into each other's channels. Yeah. Yep, to feed his lowlifes. Yep, that's what they want. Anyway. So, here's the thing, folks, regarding people that are blocked on my channel. I know there are a lot of people, and if you watch my walking stream, this is going to be a repeat from yesterday. But regardless, if you've been blocked on my channel and you really want to have a voice here and be able to share your feedback, I'm willing to bring just about anyone back. There are some people that I will never bring back. I'm not going to mention who those people are, but for the most part, there are some people that were banned from this channel because I did meet them through networking, and the other side basically pulled some shady shit, attacked these people on their channels. They would come into my live stream chats, find out who's there, see who's there, go to their channel, and then, spam their videos in the comments section, and they would state comments like, Coach Eli's a bad guy. Here's some video links for you to see the real Coach Eli. They would then edit carefully crafted and edited videos taking things out of context with the things I was saying. So in essence, they would say, if I would say, F you, Jamie, you're a piece of whatever, right? Or blah, 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 right? Or they would say, RJ Sandifer, you're a blind, and something derogatory following it, right? But they didn't put what incited me to say that beforehand. They basically didn't put the part where RJ was attacking me and antagonizing me. I'm using you as an example, RJ. This was in the past, okay? So that way, when they would play these carefully crafted videos for the people that were on my channel to try to turn them against me and get them to leave my channel, they would paint me as a disabled hater, which I'm not. The truth of the matter is, a lot of these people that so happen to be disabled were attacking me, and all I was doing was defending myself against their attacks. Whether they're disabled or not doesn't matter. If somebody attacks me and says stupid things about me, I'm going to stand up for myself. The fact that they're disabled, whether they're blind or whether they're autistic or whatever, has nothing to do with them attacking me and me defending myself. But they wouldn't show that part where the disabled person was attacking me. They would play the part of me calling RJ Sandifer a blind, whatever I call them, right? And maybe it wasn't right for me to say that about RJ, right? But why did I say it? Because he attacked me first. He called me cuck and cuckold 100 times in one live stream. Hey, cuckold! Hey, cuckold! Yeah, I called you cuckold, cuckold! Because you're a cuckold, cuckold! Cuckold! That's what he would do. Right? So they never showed that part to these people they turned against me. But they played the part where I called RJ a blind this and a blind that. Come on now. So I'm willing to give those people that were turned against me another chance. Yeah, we're still monetized. That's good. Excellent. But there are going to be some stipulations. This is what you have to do if you want to be unbanned from this channel. Okay? If you want to be unbanned from this channel because, number one, you're tired of going to live stream simulcast on other people's channels just to have an opportunity to talk with me or to share your feedback. If you want to be unbanned, here's what you have to do. First of all, you have to send me an email. It has to be an email to my main email, Coach Eli at coach.eliasmelas.com. My email, Coach Eli at coach.eliasmelas.com, is below in every single description of every video. Or if you're on your laptop or desktop, go to the About section. My email's there. You cannot see my email from a mobile device on the About section. You can only see it on the About section if you're on the laptop or desktop version of YouTube. Now, if you're on mobile, you can go in the description of any of my videos or live stream replays, and it'll be there. So take that email, send me an email, and tell me in detail why I should let you back. Let me know, what's going on, what are your feelings, share with me why I should let you back. And don't just write a 1 or 2 liner. Write me a paragraph or 2 and make me believe and feel that you really want to come back for the right reasons. Number 2, within that same email, you're going to have to add your channel link. I need the link to your channel that you want unbanned. So if I decide to unban you, I want to be able to click on that link and go right to your channel, go to the About section, click on the flag, and click on Block User. So that way I don't have to go searching through over 1,000 people I've banned through my ban list, through YouTube Studio. Okay? Now, if I do decide to unban you, okay, there are a couple more things that you're going to have to understand before you come back and start chatting. The third thing, besides the first 2 things I mentioned, the third thing is going to be that you are still bound to the same rules I have on my channel that got you banned initially. So you're still going to be held accountable to abide by the same rules that got you banned immediately. So if you call me cuckold, you attack me in any other way, or you attack any of my moderators or anyone else in my audience, after I unban you, we will ban you right away once again, and then that's it. We'll never trust you again after that. But here's the thing. You're going to come back and say, Eli, why would we want to come back if you're silencing our freedom of speech? I am not silencing your freedom of speech. I want you to come here and speak your mind. If you don't like something I say, or if you don't like the fact that I'm a coach, or whatever it is, I don't have a problem with you stating that, but state it constructively. If you attack me and start calling me or any of my audience members or any of my moderators, if you start calling us names like cuckold or swamp rat or whatever, right? You're going to be immediately blocked. Come in here and be constructive about what you don't like or what you do like, and you'll be just fine. Just don't act like a 2-year-old and you'll be fine. If not, you'll be banned again. And number 4, anyone that is banned currently and gets unbanned, whether you were a moderator in the past on my channel or not, no matter how long you stick around after you come back, and even if you play by the rules, you will never be a moderator here again. I'm just letting you folks know. People that are being unbanned or will be unbanned based on, what I'm saying right now, will never be a moderator ever again on this channel. And that's it. So again, email me at coacheli at coacheli@melas.com. Again, I'm willing to unban, many, if not most people that are banned. Now, there are certain people that shall remain nameless that will never be unbanned, regardless of whether they send me an email or not. But for the most part, if you left this channel because the other side fed you some crap and you initially bought it, and now you're seeing what's happening, and you're like, okay, well, everything Eli was saying in the past about these people is true, and what they were, trying to do to him was really bad, and we just didn't see it, but now we see it. Maybe Eli will give us another chance. Well, write me an email, state that to me, and then I'll bring you back based on the other rules I just mentioned, which are pretty simple. All you have to do is email me, be cordial about it, be professional about it. Unlike, Mr. Gunner and Mr. Lycantheory, Jamie, weren't professional yesterday and the day before. And I'll unban you. Send me your channel link, I'll unban you. And all you have to do is not attack myself or any of my other audience members, including my moderators. You want to come in here and speak your mind about anything and everything, do it constructively. The moment you attack or you project, you get the eject. Remember, on Coach Eli's channel, you project, you get the eject. And again, people that are banned and get unbanned based on what I'm mentioning here will never be moderators again, no matter what. And that way, my moderators can ban you at any point once you get unbanned if you violate the rules. Because there are times where I can't help moderate the chat, especially when I'm on mobile. It's harder for me to moderate stuff because I'm on mobile. So anyway, that's that. Folks, I'm at the 3-hour and 1-minute mark. I'm going to start wrapping this up right now because there are no other chat messages. We have 37 in the box right now, and it shows almost 500 views. Pretty good average view duration, 109 watch time hours. I'm very grateful and thankful, folks, for the people that were here to watch this show today. And I'm very grateful and thankful for everyone that is really beginning to see the true colors of what's actually been happening all this time and what I've been dealing with in regards to JB Gunner and Jamie Lycantheory, but more so JB Gunner. Regarding today's show, it was more about Jamie's stream last night and how hypocritical his stream was. Saying that, well, yeah, JB Gunner's unprofessional. He is, Jamie. But if you're going to call him out on that, then you got to be professional when you call him out. And your behavior last night on your stream was very unprofessional. So, in essence, you just devalued your entire stream last night. And I think that's why you only ran it for a couple of hours, because you really probably felt it wasn't going the right way. And you yourself were saying, Jamie, that, you're getting live view botted, right? And you're thinking, oh, a lot of those views are going to stick. And you're saying, I'm going to get over 1,000 views on this, or 1,500 views. Well, Jamie, you've got like 700-800 views on that stream right now. And let me tell you something. YouTube removes all the live botted views, because I get botted all the time and they remove them all the time. But how'd you like my stream that I did the other day on JB, the chronological timeline, that now has 2.5K views? I did get live view botted, but not a lot. I had maybe like 300 or 400 live botted views, but they removed them. I saw it. They removed them. But I had a lot of people on that stream, and the reason why they were botting me is because they didn't want me to see that I legitimately had well over 100 people, probably 120 people, plus the entire time I was doing that late night stream. They took away all your views that you got botted with last night, James. And they always do it for me. But yeah, who's the better YouTuber? Look at that stream I did a couple nights ago, late night. It has over 2.5K views. Again, the live botted views, they get removed. I've had 5,000 live botted views in the past. And when it went to a replay, I had 500 views. So don't come back and say, well, Eli, you didn't really get 2.5K views. Some of those live botted views stick or must have stuck. No. It was exactly what I was talking about. I've been doing this for 3 years, and there are a lot of people that wanted to know the chronological timeline of JV Gunner and what myself and the A-team had on him. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up, folks. I'll be back later tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, for an interview with the Devil's Queen. Again, she was victimized by JV Gunner. I saw it happening weeks ago when it happened. And she actually did the right thing. She actually ran some streams to talk about it and basically gained 1,100 watch time hours. Good for you, Devil's Queen. She told me that. She told me that yesterday. I'm proud of her for that, for taking such a horrific thing that happened to her and capitalizing off of it and not letting it kick her down and not letting it get to her. So tonight she's going to share her story regarding that, regarding how she was victimized by JV Gunner, and then we're going to talk about her channel and where she's going to take her channel. And we'll also answer your questions in the chat. And hey, if people also want to come on and join her and I on the Hangouts panel after we get through our interview, we'll open up the floor to you folks as well. With that being said, I want to thank all the moderators in the chat. Great job moderating. We didn't have a lot of trolls today. That's pretty good. And I want to thank all the consumers of content that were here. And yeah, that's going to do it, folks. See you later tonight. Have yourselves a great day. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye. Bye.